Hey, we're back.
So loud.
It's loud.
Yeah. And
I
then
almost said it's loud.
it's I was just so I we have recorded a few times where um we record the whole thing
We were
and
just trying to be like the old Nickelodeons, not like Nickelodeon the television channel, but Nickelodeon like old timey silent videos.
oh gosh. Yeah, it was we've done two of them. There's something happening with
Yeah,
whatever is going on.
record for an hour and then go to do something, and it's
Just
like the
finalize it
file is
and
not there.
there's no audio. It's just us laughing at each other, which is great, but I mean, but twice. Anyway, so we got this thing. It was for double redundancy. Um,
And now it's just
and
single.
now it's just the single because we thought, oh, we figured it out. We figured it out the first time, and then we're like, what happened the second time? Everything's the same. Anywho, so now I make him like pre-record a little so that I can see and hear it, make sure that it's actually going. And then I was just listening to I was just listening to it, and
Why is it so funny?
because he was in here. I was in watching Marco Polo from my friend Becca, and he was in here setting everything up.
All by myself.
Yeah, and he sang, "One is the loneliest number that you'll ever feel." Dun, dun, dun. And I
Why?
started laughing because I expected you to finish the word. You don't know the word there.
I thought I knew the word, but when I got there, I was just like, I don't know. It sounds like meh.
So anyway, that's that's what's happening. They ever felt. I was like, felt. What is it? Honestly, I don't know what it is. I'm terrible at lyrics.
It's an
So
word.
um but yeah, anyway, that was just cracked me up. 'Cause- yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, always in your singing about being alone. That's so. You didn't finish the word. That was me on the inside when I was listening to it.
Oh, fun.
But no, I just thought it was really funny because I always get songs wrong.
No.
Yeah, no.
You got turtles on knees
Oh
and
my gosh. I don't know what it is, but I cannot always hear things correctly.
you cannot always hear things correctly. Or you
Mhm.
always can't hear things correctly.
I don't always hear things correctly. Isn't the description of what I was trying to say is like when I'm trying to actually describe something and I'm giving you like five different stories so that you understand. And then finally you're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, you do get it. Okay. But like I've been circling the point.
Mhm.
Anyway, I just did that with a description. I don't even know what we're talking about now. Oh, songs. I don't hear lyrics well. I don't hear too good. And yeah, it's always been that way, and I thought that maybe in my head it was just because my parents would sing songs wrong lyrics all the time, and I was like, "Oh, that's just how my brain hears." Like I always hear the funny thing because, I was just trained to hear a funny something in a song. But like I do it with words. I do like if you're talking to me, somebody will be like, I just got a diet Coke, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you I don't," and it won't even rhyme. It won't even have to sound the same. Like, "Did you just say you jumped out of an airplane?" And they're like, "No, I said I just picked up a Diet Coke." And they're like, "Oh my gosh, I don't even," like, maybe the cadence was the same. I have no idea why that's what I heard, but it's like that all the time. Anyway, so it just reminded me of that. And yes, so one of them is who does the song?
I don't know
I don't know
who
who
the
sings the
artist
song.
is, but it's Shorty running around, throwing that dirt all up on my name.
It's Shorty?
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't think
sure.
it's Shorty.
What do you think it is? Tell me,
Shorty is
master lyricist,
I think
what is it?
Shorty's part of the other song that I don't know. I think it just starts, "You've been running around, throwing out dirt all on my name."
Oh,
I don't think you have it
same,
in the
same. I've heard it both ways.
I hear
I know you have.
you've been running around, throwing that turtle on my knee.
Yeah. And your band-aid on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's where Shorty comes in. Somebody called 911. Shorty found a band-aid on the dance floor.
Whoa.
Yeah. Found a band-aid on the dance. That's why you call 911. You found a band-aid on the dance floor. That's disgusting.
Mm. For a band-aid though?
And apparently it's Shorty fire burning on the dance floor.
Shorty's burning on the dance.
Shorty's fire burning. Like, some people have tried to explain it to me. They say she's dancing so great, she's on fire. She's
Mm.
fire burning on the. It's not like she's. I don't know what it is. Fire. She's fire, comma burning on the dance floor. Maybe,
Mm.
or is it fire burning? Like she's
I
fire
have
burning.
no idea.
Because I think that's just redundant.
I don't listen to the music you listen
I
to.
think it's just redundant because fire is burning.
Sometimes you don't listen to the music you listen
That's hurtful.
to.
That's hurtful. Even you don't listen to the music you listen to. What are some other ones? I don't even.
Um,
But my parents just.
the Oklahoma one.
There's a song. I don't know even who it's by. I've got a house in what are the real words?
The real words are something about
Oh,
all
there's not enough rain in Oklahoma to wash the sin
sin
out
out
of
of
this
this house.
house.
Yes.
And then mine is, I've got a house in North Dakota. It is dry here. It's nice and warm.
But North Dakota is not that, especially like 8 months out of the year.
I don't know
Uh huh.
what, but it's not the same.
No, and it doesn't have to rhyme,
No, and it doesn't
obviously.
have to rhyme. But I legit thought those were the words, and I'm singing them like I think those are the words. And Christopher's just like, "What are you singing?" I'm like, "I'm singing this song. I think it's Carrie Underwood." And he's like, "Those aren't the words."
The best is when you're belting it out like you're going to town.
Just feeling myself,
Oh yeah, going
and
for
it's
it.
just wrong words. Oh gosh. There was one we were listening to the other day. And it said something about onions, and there was
Onions? Like for real? Like it said something about onions, or that's
no,
what you
no,
heard?
no. That's obviously
Oh,
that's not what they were really talking about.
I don't know. I didn't know if you were
Gosh,
watching or listening to silly songs with Larry.
I don't know that they're talking about onions. There's probably one about onions,
Hairbrushes
like
for sure.
onion, like people being onions, and they
You
make
know,
you cry.
there. I don't know that there is an onion on VeggieTales.
There's a green onion.
Is there?
I think so, and they're
There's a
not
celery.
nice. Yeah, there's the green onions, and they're usually like guards in the stories, like Pharaoh's guards.
Huh. Weird. I don't remember them being there.
I, excuse me. I, I think they're green onions, like scallions. One of my high school friends, and I love her. We don't see each other much anymore. Like our lives are just busy.
She had
And
somebody in her life that was from the East Coast.
yeah. Oh, anyway, love her. The story is not about like our friendship. The story is about her friendship. with this guy, and he we went out to Sherry's, I think,
Yeah.
and
The
he got
best the
nachos.
best the bestest of places to get nachos.
Yeah, and he wanted nachos, but he didn't want scallions.
No, he didn't want green
Oh,
onions.
green onion,
But
yeah.
he's from the East Coast and they call them scallions.
Yeah.
And so
So
he told the waitress, "Hey, I don't want scallions on this."
uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that's
to
what he
be
said, he
fair,
didn't want scallion.
but let me
Continue.
finish.
Mhm.
And to be fair to him, he's like allergic to onions.
Right, right,
Like
right.
it's not just a thing of like I don't like them. It's like it's
I
bad for
can't
his
pick them
body.
up, yeah.
So he calls them scallions. She's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever," and writes down. I'm assuming writes down
Probably writes down no
no.
scallions.
You know,
Yes,
she doesn't know how to
she's
spell it or whatever.
like, "None of
Doesn't
that."
know what it is.
Or she said no scallions, but whoever was cooking the dish didn't realize that, like,
Scallions and green onions are the same thing.
they're just smaller. And
So, needless to say, nachos come out,
yeah.
and he is less than pleased, to say the least. And he used some colorful words to describe the mountain of green onions that was on top of the nachos.
So, in
So
our version
so he got very angry.
it's like he saw it and this was just his words as
Frickin' scallions.
yeah. It was so funny. Fricking, just in case you have an auditory something like I do.
Anyway, it was hilarious. Not at the time, but it's hilarious now. And now every time scallions gets brought up, that we both hear
Or
it
when
and
we
we
see
giggle
them, we
and we
just
go
say
hee hee
frickin'
hee hee.
scallions. Like our version of it. But it oh gosh. And it is just so funny. There's a
Yeah.
lot of little things like that though that I think that after a long time of marriage that you just have like
What do you mean
little
long time? It was like yesterday.
I know.
18 years ago.
Um almost a whole
Almost.
adult ago.
Almost a whole adult ago.
There are little things like that that we just say
What?
like noise.
That's from a show,
I
but
know, but we say them a lot. Like,
I
whoa.
think you say that.
You used to say noise. You'd be like, noise.
Did I?
Yeah.
Mm,
After Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
yeah.
um, we're like, we whoa.
Whoa.
We know Joey, but we're like, wow.
Wow. The Owen Wilson? Wow.
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 We'll be driving, somebody will do something dumb, we're like, wow. But then the other one has to say it directly after. Like it's
Obviously. So also Alethea loves sometimes certain noises. So much so that she has to repeat them immediately. And
not
sometimes,
normally a problem.
but it can be a glorious, glorious problem because we'll be out to dinner and somebody will laugh at a distant table far, far away. But it's not a common laugh and it strikes her ever so funny.
Yeah.
And she has to repeat it. And she goes,
Like
very
to
low
myself.
and to herself.
I have to be
But
like
if I can mimic it very well,
it was like just to myself.
yeah. But if I can mimic it very well, I just keep doing it very low that only she can hear it. And then she's like, stop it. I have to repeat it. But each time it gets louder. So that's
Yeah.
always fun.
But it's like ways people say things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say something funny, like I have to say that. It's almost like I need to experience it for myself
In your own
because
mouth.
yeah, because my ears experienced it, my mouth now want to experience. I I
I want to see if
don't.
it feels the same.
No, I don't. It's not even feel the same. It's just like, ooh, that was enjoyable. I need to do it myself. I need to like. It needs to be. I don't understand. It needs to be a whole body experience.
Mm.
It's like that. That one, I didn't need to do, but that's what it would be like.
Did you not need to do it?
No, I was just like, the next sound he makes, I'm gonna do it, and I was like, that was dumb. But I told
What?
myself, I was going to, and I didn't want to be a liar to myself. So
Well, that's really good.
I didn't
That's
want to
really
be
good.
inconsistent to myself, so I just did it.
It's a good policy not to lie to yourself.
Oh gosh.
Keeps you from being delusional.
This is just a night about what makes Alethea weird.
No.
Let's
I
focus
think
on
that's
you.
both of us
Uh,
sometimes.
okay.
Sometimes I repeat things.
Yeah, you repeat them if they're funny.
Mm-hmm.
But we always say, "Caught me on a corn dog."
You are a dorkfish. Thank you, Bill for that one.
Oh my gosh. We say that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we're around and we hear somebody say, like, "Oh, you're such a dork," or something, we're like, "Caught me on a corn dog." What is the subliminal information, subliminal messaging? Like, if somebody out there, some business, like, ever did something, and that, like, the response, this, you hear this, you say this, I think I would be incredibly susceptible.
Susceptible?
So, yep,
Or is it I don't know.
susceptible. You're right.
I don't know.
I thought I said both susses.
That's sus.
Sus. I thought I said the first sus. But anywho. Oh, one of my old coworkers, um, she she thought it was hilarious when I heard songs wrong or when I heard people wrong. Oh man, Ebeth, I miss you. She would be. I'd be like, "What'd you say?" And she goes, "Mm-mm. What did you hear?" Sometimes I'm just like, "What? Say that again." And she, because I'm like, that can't possibly be what you said. But I don't tell myself it's probably because it wasn't.
No.
No, it's
You
like,
just assume that you heard correctly.
yeah,
Still.
yeah. I know I have evidence to prove I don't hear well. But
And she was also a little soft spoken, and you work in a fairly noisy area.
yeah,
So it leads to not hearing things correctly.
right. But I feel like, say it again. She's like, you tell me what you heard first.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I definitely thought it was because my parents said things wrong. And we would make up songs all the time.
Mm.
Like, my parents would always sing, "Why do birds?" There's the song, "Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near?" They would sing, "Why do birds fall down from the sky every time you say hi?" So, like, I was always listening to them, like, change words. So I thought it was just because that's what happened. Like, that's the way my brain was wired to, like, think of funny things.
Mm.
And so that's why I hear things funny now. It's what I believe.
Yeah, and it's sometimes, I'll think, oh, that would be silly if this song was like this. And then that's the only thing I can hear when that song is on.
Oh, can you think of an example?
Yeah, like I just died in your arms tonight.
Uh-huh.
It must have been something you ate.
But that doesn't even make sense.
Right. Well, if you're in their arms,
You're in their arms and you
they're
died.
breathing on you.
But right, but they would die because they ingested it.
Not if they have bad breath. Just like the song you just said when you say
Oh,
hi.
seriously? And they ate something that made their breath stinky, and that's what killed them.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's funny when you get it.
Wait, do you get it? It's funny when you get it.
But there's also a comedian that's from like England or something like that that did a whole like skit, not skit, but whole
Yeah.
routine
Some of
on
them,
like,
I heard exactly how he heard them, and I was like, "Yeah, that." Oh wait, he's playing it. Mm.
and then when he said what he thought they were, then you couldn't unhear it.
Yeah, half of those I already heard it that way,
Uh-huh.
and I realized in that skit that is not the way it goes.
Right?
I was like, "Oh no, that's another one I didn't
Mhm.
know. I didn't know."
If you don't know, you don't know.
I know. Um, yeah. My friend goes, "Say, wow, wow."
Wow.
I was like, he's not gonna do it now that we said he had to. But you did it. Oh my gosh. I just need to come in here with like little tear patches under my eyes to get like tear sweatbands.
Oh, like tux pads, but for your eyeballs. You just like adhere them right here,
Tux pads
right?
are for hemorrhoids. They don't absorb fluid.
Oh, I thought they were
They
like
clean
little
for
absorbies.
hemorrhoids.
I don't know. Hey,
No.
learn something new every day. See, I heard something wrong too. Anyway,
Oh man. That's really funny. What were we gonna talk about tonight?
I don't think either of us knew, but I think this is a much better subject
Oh, I
than
think we
either
talked.
of us would have come up with.
I thought you. Oh man. Well, there's that. Oh, this is my water.
Although my coworker did love because I was just being silly and was walking around singing um, the Band-Aid on the dance floor thing.
Yeah.
And my coworker thought that was quite hilarious. He's like, "Yes, that's totally the way that was intended."
Oh, that's
So,
fun.
yeah,
My version's better.
who knows? You might be the next big parody artist.
Oh gosh. But then I have to do more than just what I hear.
Weird Alice.
Weird Alice. I could be Weird Al. I'm Alethea. Weird Al Flinorovich.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I'm thinking about my album. I'm just staring at you while I'm thinking about being Weird Al Flinorovich.
Mm,
So,
very nice.
that's funny. What I was thinking, part of what I was thinking, I really like Q-tips.
What?
I don't
Where
know.
did that come from?
Well, it's Weird Al, and I was thinking about Weird Alice, and then it was like, oh my gosh, maybe I could have my hair poofy too, like he's got poofy hair. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I were skinny, I would look like a Q-tip. Man, I love Q-tips.
That was a trip.
Q-tips so much, and I know that they're so bad for you.
Only if you shove too hard.
I don't know. I think they're not good for you anytime,
I don't have a problem with
other
them.
than like in your ears. But I love them so much. It's like an inner skull massage. Like just
Not skull,
yeah.
inner ear.
I know, but it's inside my skull.
Um,
Edge of skull,
it just sounds
inside
terrible.
skull. Oh, just
I'm just there, ring
swabbing.
around in there with a stick.
Giant swab. Just cleaning out my cranium. Ooh, that sounds delightful.
Does it?
Yeah. Sometimes I say things in my head before I say them out loud.
Sometimes you say them out loud before you say them
I
inside.
know that's the problem, but that's why I say
But you
inside.
just said it the opposite. You said sometimes I say things in my brain before I say them out loud.
Yeah, I do. So, and I like test how it goes. So like I test to see how
Mm.
it sounds out loud because I say things wrong so often in my head, like I say it. So my brain first said that was it feels delicious, and then my mouth goes no, it feels delightful. So like
Ah,
it's like a round hallelujah, 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 praise you, hallelujah, hallelujah. It's like that in my head. There's like a thought, and then everything comes. So sometimes,
it's like spell check, but for speech. It's like speech check.
yeah, yeah, not always,
The best is when it's
but a
not
lot.
operating that fast.
Yes, there are a lot of times where it's not operating as quickly as I think that it should be. And then sometimes I get stuck in a loop because it's like backwards, but I can't like flip it. So I keep saying it the wrong way and then the wrong until I finally get it.
It's great. I love it. I
Because
love
I
it.
can't just stop. I have to say it until it's right. Wait, why don't I just stop?
I don't know.
Why does do I will keep
Sometimes
doing
the
it like 6 times in a row and I'm like, I know I don't have an
and
issue.
then
Am I stroking out?
and then before you get to the seventh, I'm like, this way, and you're like, yes, thank you, thank
Please
you,
get me.
Messer.
Please. Will you? Thank you for pulling me out of the loop.
That's quite funny.
Oh my gosh, you know what's gonna happen? Some psychologist is gonna randomly see this and I'm like, oh,
I'll be in
so
the comments, be like, you need to
I
go to the doctor
you
right now.
really let me tell you which brain doctor to see because
You'd
the
be
things just yeah.
crazy.
How would you feel about going to a hotel indefinitely? Um
Has padded walls.
without your without your consent.
Ooh, that would be terrible.
Oh, do I have to cook?
I'll follow you into the dark.
Actually, do I have to do dishes? I will follow you into the dark. I like hood on. Where are we going? You said no more dishes ever, right? Is that what we said? Or putting away of the laundry that I've washed and folded? Kidnap me.
Really?
I can make sure we have clean clothes, but putting them away? Oh,
And I don't know what it is about this house or any other house for that matter. I don't know. I can't tell you how many. I can't explain to you how many times I've put stuff away. Still don't know where it goes. It
oh
doesn't matter if it's dishes.
no.
It doesn't matter if it's clothes.
He'll be like, hey, babe, where's this?
It could be even something of mine.
Yes.
And I'll be like, where does this go?
People everywhere are going to be like, that's called mental load. um, yeah. He'll be like, hey, babe, where did I put this away? You do the dishes. You set where stuff goes. You don't remember where you put it.
But I don't set where stuff goes.
Yeah, but you do. Is you
No, but I
do.
don't.
No, you do. There are a lot of
No,
things.
there are times when I've like put stuff away. You're like, that's in the wrong spot. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's other times where I haven't moved it because you keep putting it there. And I'm like, it lives here now.
And then I put it somewhere else.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, it's over here now." And you're like, "Hey, where do I put?" And I'm like, "You set where it goes."
Hmm.
That's funny.
It'll be fun when we get older.
Oh
I'll
my
keep
gosh.
putting it in a different place, and you'll be like, "Where is it at?" I don't know.
I don't know. That's why you have places for things. Like
I have
set
all the
places
places.
where they go to, and then when you're done using it, you put it back in that spot.
What? No way.
Oh my gosh, if I could have everything like
Shadow boarded.
mm, just a just a nice like outline, you know
Oh yeah,
exactly where
just like
everything.
ooh.
Yeah, I was doing a pan.
Oh,
Oh, it looked like I was doing a lady.
like a woo woo woo.
If I could have a nicer outline. Uh, no, a pan. Ooh. Yep. Um, no, like everything. Like, I would love for our garage to be like, this tool goes here, this tool. We had it all set up. I had it like perfect. Like, there was
Perfect.
less. No, there was not a lot of wasted space though. It was really fantastic.
Well,
And
our garage is quite tiny. Like if we get her car in the garage, uh, you have to turn sideways and scoot down each side because it's completely stuffed, and that's where the walls are.
yeah,
It's not because we have a bunch of stuff stuffed in there. It's just it's tight. It's an old '60s house, so
yeah. But our pegboard was like pretty legit, and
I still got a bunch of stuff on it.
no, it does. But like,
Like what?
I didn't draw the shape of what goes there, so it's not all the where it used to be.
But it's all on the board.
Yep. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's on the board.
Yeah. But I don't actually want it drawn on there because that's not aesthetic.
What
I
if it
want us
changes?
to. No, it doesn't.
No, it does.
Why?
Obviously.
No, but why would it change?
I don't know. Maybe we find out it fits better a different way. What if we get a new tool?
I don't put something up that fits better a different way. I've already done all the calculations and all
Mm,
the math in my head, and I do all of like the design stuff. I draw something like seven
what
times
if we
to.
get a new tool that would go on the pegboard?
But the pegboard is laid out with like minimal space. You change something out, like if you get a new drill, well, then we move all of the drills over to a drill station, and then we
Actually,
rework
what
that
we
little
need
area.
is one of those DeWalt hanger tooler upside downer where it hangs it from the battery holder part on the tool,
Uh-huh.
and then it actually has the charger in it, and you just the battery is right in it, and
Ooh,
it always keeps your batteries charged and everything.
that is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would do. Anywho, um,
What were you talking about?
water. I was talking about my water. No, I wasn't yet. I was talking about water in my brain.
Hopefully, you don't have water in your brain.
Ew.
That would be very bad.
No, because I was looking at it in the thing, and I was like, "Oh, this water here. Are we allowed?
The highest quality of cloud
Are you
juice.
allowed to have?"
Yes, it's fine. People don't do it because they're not going to give it away for free.
I'm not giving
Marketing,
this away for free.
marketing. But, you know, our 15 viewers will make a run on Arrowhead water, and they won't be able to keep it in stock.
Yeah. Well, but I already said it's not free. Um, I love Fiji water
You do.
a lot.
Ooh, so you're saying I messed up and I didn't
What?
get you the Arrowhead water with the sport cap,
What?
or not the Fiji water.
What?
They have Fiji water with the same type of cap.
Where?
Places.
Are
I'm
you?
not going to tell
Are
you.
you? You're not telling me?
No.
You're gatekeeping so you can have a little surprise for me?
Yeah, just like your favorite soda from Dollar Tree.
Okay.
There's things that I do with it are weird too, like buy you the same soda for 12 years thinking it's your favorite soda, and you're like, this isn't my favorite soda, right? No, I've just been getting it for you for 12 years, and you're saying, hey, look, I got your favorite soda.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that's great.
I thought he was always joking. I thought he was
No.
joking like, "I got your favorite soda." And I'd be like, And he thought I was like, and I was like, I thought,
Yeah, but you were like, oh, thanks. You
yeah,
wouldn't go,
yeah, sometimes, but then I would be like, thank you. Like, I was just happy you were thinking of me. And I thought the joke was like, I know it's not your favorite, but I know you like it. So, but I'm going to get you this one.
no,
Like,
I guess the joke was,
it wasn't my favorite soda. It's not even like my top three, but it's not bad.
it's good to know.
He used to get me, can we say?
I don't care.
Oh, I don't know the rules. He used to get me Diet Dr. Pepper all the time. And he was like, I got your favorite soda. And I would just be like, thank you. And I thought he was, like, joking around, but it didn't matter to me, like, the kind of soda I just don't like clear, really. Like, I'll if somebody were to get me something, I'd be fine with it as long as it's clear. I don't know what it is, but lemon lime, like, Sprite or 7 Up, they make me nauseous.
Maybe you're jaded or scarred from when we were kids and they tried to come out with Pepsi Clear.
Oh
That stuff
gosh,
was
that
gross.
wasn't
Or
great.
Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Um, anyway, so I think he's being funny. He thinks he knows my favorite thing.
Oh, I knew it all right.
And then he found out. And then one day I was like, "You're really funny." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I think it's funny that you keep making the same joke." And you're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "That you keep saying that like Dr. Pepper is my favorite." And he's like, "It is, because it is." And I was like, "No, you know it's not my favorite soda, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, it is." I was like, "Oh, I thought you were joking." That's not my favorite soda.
Hmm.
Um, there was another one too, a food something. There's a moth, a baby moth.
That's not good.
No, it just means we left our front door open a
We?
little bit.
No.
I like the for sure.
Or for sure.
For sure. Oh, there was a show we used to watch called The Middle. And the youngest son, he would say something out loud. Oh my gosh, there were so many things that went through my head and I couldn't. I'm sorry, that was probably
Yeah.
I am so sorry. He would be talking and then he would have to whisper to himself. He'd be like, "Okay, I'm off to school."
No, but it was usually only like the last word.
School.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I really love strawberry cake.
Yeah.
But then he also whoop.
Yeah.
He would just be
And then
doing
they got
something.
to the point where it was like, cake. Whoop.
Whoop. Yeah. Anyway, so we joke that that's me. Because I hear something, I'm like, ah. And when Ebeth moved back to Texas and Riley, our new barista, joined our team. Apparently, Ebeth told her to watch me because sometimes I talk to myself. And then sometimes I say things out loud and then say them to myself. And I was like, no, I don't. Just like Eva said to watch you because you always talk funny. I
Oh, that's
was
funny.
like, or something like that. But I'm like, that's funny. I didn't think I spoke to myself. So
Ever? Are you upset with yourself?
no, no, I talk to myself all the time. I'm just saying, like, I didn't think I repeated things like quietly to myself. I was like, no, I think I'm singing. She's like, mm. Hmm. Anywho, well, there's that.
I hired some handyman to do some work around the house. I gave him a list, and I got back, and he only did jobs 1, 3, 5, and 7. Turns out he only does odd jobs.
The entire time you're telling the joke, I'm like trying to piece together where it is so I can be prepared. And I thought, maybe because he was only left-handed, or maybe because he only does odd jobs. Uh, that's funny. That's funny.
Hmm.
I heard one the other day too, and I was like, oh, I have to tell Christopher, but I don't remember it. And I just now remembered that I had a joke I wanted to tell you that I had heard and that I didn't remember it. So, Christopher loves dad jokes.
That's because they're funny.
Mm, he loves dad jokes. So he and Lachlan will tell each other dad jokes. It's so cute.
I mostly tell him to get his reaction.
Yeah. And then Autumn, he tells Autumn dad jokes. And she sent him like a little dad joke book. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was so cute. But yeah, he likes dad jokes. He likes telling the kids.
Yes. The best is their reaction.
Mm-hmm. Their reaction, because they're dad jokes, is not like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. They're like, oh, the teenage eye roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I feel old all of a sudden because I just remembered like Autumn did it as a teenager and Lachlan's a teenager now. And our daughter is no longer a teenager. She turns 21 this year.
She's not been a teenager for a while.
My baby. Only 1 year.
Well, it would
Almost
technically be
2.
2 years.
No.
Happens.
In January, it's 2 years. Up until then, it's just 1.
And a half.
Just 1.
Time keeps marching on, babe.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
No, Saints go marching on.
That's not the song.
Yeah, it is.
His truth goes marching on. That's not.
Okay, well, I've heard it both ways.
No, you haven't. That is one you do say all the time from Psych.
Yes.
I've heard it both ways. No, you haven't.
And of course, we quote Princess Bride, and we still have not watched that yet.
We really
What the
haven't.
heck? Why not?
Because we've been busy.
We have been busy.
We haven't had time to sit down
You
and
should quit making me busy.
watch a whole movie. We have
No.
time to watch like 4 episodes of a different show, but we don't have time to watch. I'm just kidding.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, we don't have time for a movie, but we can watch this show. But then we end up watching a couple. I'm like, we could just watch the movie. But
Mhm.
no, not lately. Lately, we've just been busy.
This weekend, you probably catch up on sleep. Yes. Because
Maybe.
you shouldn't have to be anywhere.
That's true. That's true. This past weekend I had catering, so I was at work at 3:30 on Saturday and 2:30 on Sunday.
Yep. So, should be a good weekend to get some work done on the yard and just hang.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I.
I love that.
Every time I hear that song, I think of
Austin Powers.
Yes. Not where like the actual music video or anything, but
No.
that.
No. Yeah. Always. And anytime I hear the making my way downtown, pace is fast, walking people pass, and I'm homebound. Every time I hear that though, I think of White Chicks.
Terry Crews.
Yes. Just in the car.
Yeah.
He's funny.
He is funny. Speaking of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he was in that too.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
good.
He is definitely a funny man. Just singing this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pardon me.
Getting a little free with your hair there.
Do you have any great move on?
What?
I did that and said pardon me, and I was like, well, there's the other half. I wasn't thinking about it, but then my brain heard it and finished it. So
Obviously.
Ooh, sometimes the same thing gets stuck in my brain, and then I just keep doing it
Over and over.
Yeah.
And over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It's stuck in there now.
Oh, and it's just that part that's stuck? That would be terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like a word, and it's in like a weird way. Like, somebody will order something, and they're like, "Almond milk," and I'll be like, "Malt, malt, malt." In my head, it's malt, 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 malt.
Okay. Um,
Oh, look, this looks like a little guy who's like, oh, so embarrassed. They like just bent over and put his head right on the, put his head on the ground like, meh. Isn't it? Look at that makeup.
or a dead Groot.
No, no, Groot's alive. I'm alive.
He's only
I'm
about that big.
alive. He's alive. I'm just gonna put him away for a little bit and just hold my hands.
All right.
And that'll keep me nice and still.
Well, it's no, you don't understand. Please be quiet.
She said, she thought I was saying, just hold my hands. She's like, I don't have the capability of doing that yet, but give me a year.
Pretty much. You see now that they got a thing where you like something's going on in your watch, you can do that, and it like acknowledges it or shuts your alarm off.
Like you pinch it over the top.
No, like you're on. It's on this wrist,
Hmm.
and you go,
So if I did this,
yeah, it would like shut your alarm off. You don't have an alarm going on right now.
I didn't know if I could turn one on. Oh,
No,
3 times. No. That would be really bad if you were like a sign language interpreter or spoke sign language
right. I'm just
and
saying,
your
like,
watch is just going off.
it's a feature that can be set up so it could be like a notification acknowledgement or something. So it's like an alarm or this or that, but it's like kind of like gesture
I wonder if it's
recognition.
because you do this, your wrist just does this twice. So if you just do this instead of,
I don't know. It may be the actual thump internally.
oh, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is why I have goop, guys. This is why I have goop. Because then I do that instead of talking with my hands.
There are no airplanes that need to land right now.
I don't
It'll
know.
be
I'm
fine.
trying to explain to you with my hands what I'm talking, what's in my brain. But that's why I have putty. Because then that happens. Holding my own hands. I think I
Uh-huh.
need to get a new goop. I really like this goop. Oh, I could bring my thinking putty in one day. A purple glitter thinking putty.
Well, that'd be really good for talking.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where we were going, but other than your watch interrupted and
Hmm.
anyway, yeah, they just had a new thing. Tons of stuff coming out.
Interesting.
Silly stuff, but yeah.
That's really interesting. Oh, I was gonna show you the vibration of like your finger and your finger bone and your thumb bone like hitting together. I mean, not the bones, but like your finger.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, I still did it down here while I was holding my own hand, and I still did it.
It's okay.
Just be
Just be normal. There is no normal.
normal. That's true.
It's all a facade.
The cade. uh,
That's from My Fellow Americans. Yes. This is an
the
old
wrong
movie.
emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's all
Remind the vice
facade.
president that these people are from the Netherlands, not the nether regions.
Oh, that's funny.
It is funny. Any hoozles.
Any hoozles.
Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.